Good morning, everybody. It's excuse me. It's Wednesday, um, the 27th of January. So all week 18 or no week 7 no yeah week 18 work was due last night, but enough people have told me that they're having trouble with 15B that I want to extend that by a day. So if you'd like to submit it by tonight or even by tomorrow morning. I'm actually homesick for the last 2 days, so I don't have an enormous amount of time to like just correct stuff. But I did want to address this issue. So if you want to hand this in or correct it, um, you can do so by tomorrow, and I won't look at 15B until tomorrow morning at the earliest. Okay. So this is proving confusing for people, and I really think that it's really just that people aren't memorizing or committing to memory the different case endings of things. Those are like serious things to consider really memorizing at this point. They're like markers for making your way through a sentence. It's like if you don't know cases of nouns and things like that, then you're kind of wandering around blindly in these sentences. I mean, that truly is what it's like. So I'm going to take a particularly difficult one. I mean, I'll do the first one first just to get you started. So, nullum vehiculum conspicere poterant pueri. So we see no vehicle. This means to catch sight of, and this means they were able. That's the imperfect tense of possunt, which is they are able. So this is they were able, and then we see the boys. So if you're just going blindly through the sentence, you're going to say no vehicle is able to be caught sight of by the boys, maybe, or something like that. But again, you have to think cases here. Pueri is a nominative. That's a subject word there. It's a subject ending, I should say. So the boys, we start with them. They are the subject. The boys were able to catch sight of no vehicle. So that's the first one, not that hard. Now let's see what a harder one might be. Number five looks like it might be a little challenging. Again, if you don't know your endings, if you don't know endings or if you don't know vocabulary and endings, then you're really in a tight spot here. So sororem is sister, clamores is shouts, fratrum is actually a genitive, which means of the brothers. So if you think that's like the brother and it's like accusative or direct object, that is a mistake. That's an error. So this is frat. The word is frater. Frater, fratris is a third declension noun. Is the genitive plural ending for third declension. So with that in mind, we have a singular accusative. We have what could be a subject or a direct object. Ace we know is either accusative or nominative for third declension, and then we got this imperfect verb here, vexabant. So they is the subject, some plural, third person plural, and in this case, what's the only thing that makes sense? I mean, unless the subject isn't stated, it has to be the shouts of the brothers were bothering, and then all the way back here, the sister. So this turns out to be a subject. We know that because the subject has to be plural. The sister cannot be a subject. That's not a subject ending, and it's not plural. So the only other thing would be if the subject isn't stated, like they were bothering something or somebody. The they meaning somebody who's not in the sentence. They were bothering the shouts of the brothers. They were bothering the sister and the shouts of the brothers. This all just sounds like just ridiculous. So we say the shouts, which can bother people, obviously. Again, I have three young children, so I can tell you that's the truth. The shouts were bothering. No, sorry, the shouts of the brothers were bothering the sister. So there's a hard one there. Let's see. Uh, okay. Maybe 6 or 12. Magna onera ferebant plaustra. Here, ferebant means they were carrying. Some third person plural were carrying or was carrying something. So then I think you only ask yourself, well, do big loads carry wagons or do wagons carry big loads? These are both neuter nouns and they both could be accusative, meaning both could be direct objects. Onus, onerous is from the third declension, and plaustra is from the second declension. But a is an ending for both nominative and accusative plural. So it's hard to tell here, but the only thing that you rely on, of course, is going to be your common sense, which says that wagons were carrying the big loads or the big burdens, something like that. Um, I hope that is enough to get you started. Go back and look over your cases. Look at the declension tables for the different nouns and see what could be what. What is this? Is this a sub? Is this fratrum here? Is that a subject? Is that a direct object? Or is it something more sinister? Is it a genitive plural? That's what it is there. So good luck with this. I hope that helped. Take care.